Hi everyone, hope you're going well. Just another Wednesday check-in video. Just wanted to give you an update about what's happening at Rivers, particularly with just our services and our response to coronavirus and restrictions that we're continuing to navigate. You most likely have received an email earlier in the week from the elders, Shane sent out, about some of our plan about returning to the building and what's happening with services. We understand there's a fair few people that are really keen to come back to be able to worship together as a family in the church at Rivers, and we're excited for that day. But the elders at the moment have decided that currently with the current restrictions, it's just too restrictive for that to really work. And we're sort of looking towards July and stage 3, and there's a chance that things may be better then, but there's also a chance that they won't. The truth is we actually just don't know where things are going to be at in July, so we're kind of looking towards the possibility of meeting at the building in July, but we also want people to be prepared that that may not be the case. It may still be too restrictive even then, and we just want you to be ready for that and to therefore consider other ways of gathering. We need community. We need to be connected to other people, particularly as believers. We're not meant to be worshipping by ourselves. We're meant to be breaking bread together and having fellowship together and praying together. And if you're not doing that at all, just really encourage you to consider ways that you can meet that legitimate need for community without having to come to the building. If you're just sort of waiting around for when we get back to that, just encourage you to consider other options for that, of gathering with some people to watch the service on a Sunday, maybe gathering midweek for Bible study and prayer and fellowship, because even when we can come back to the building, there's a good chance that not everyone will be able to come every week. That may have to be a staggered thing. It'll be good to have other options for community. So if you're feeling isolated, if you're not connected to others at the moment, please reach out to people that you know. Reach out to maybe others if you're in a small group, or reach out to some friends or other families. And if that's not if that's too difficult at the moment and you'd like help with that, please reach out to us here in the leadership at the church. Please email us. Be happy to facilitate people getting together in other ways. So just really encourage you in that. The need for community is legitimate. And if you're just waiting around, to consider some other options to meet that need. Just also encourage you, you would have got a pastor's note sent around. I've just sent around a couple of articles today around prayer and around the power of our prayers. Just wanted to share just a couple of lines from those articles, encourage you to go and have a look. I've just been encouraged by this idea that God really does want us to pray, ask Him for things, and our prayers really make a difference. He asks us to seek Him and to ask and to knock. And there's things that happen when we pray. There's this great quote by Blaise Pascal who said, "God instituted prayer in order to lend His creatures the dignity of causality." And kind of on that note, C.S. Lewis comments on that a bit more. He says, "But not only prayer, whenever we act at all, He lends us that dignity. It's not really stranger nor less strange that my prayers should affect the course of events than that my other actions should do." This is sort of the idea that, well, we can change things and we can do things, we can build things, we can make decisions in life. We have causality, we can cause things. And he's saying, well, it's not really that strange that we should think that our prayers also affect things. He says, "They have not advised or changed God's mind, that is His overall purpose, but that purpose will be realized in different ways according to the actions, including the prayers of His creatures." That God actually uses our prayers are included in what God is doing in bringing His kingdom. If you've ever felt like prayer is just kind of pointless or meaningless, or it's not really making a difference, just encourage you to check out some of the articles I've shared today in the pastor's note, in your emails. If you haven't got them and would like to get them, please let us know as well. I can sign you up to that link.